Okay, I'm going to quickly show you the uh, a way to look at Comodo from a Microsoft analogy. So as you can see here on my screen, you have Microsoft Windows, which is obviously an operating system. You have Microsoft Office, which sits on top of Windows as a product suite. And then inside that suite, you have Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. So all the technologies that I've been talking about, that's the foundation layer. That's our operating system called Comodo 1. Here, let me show you here. Comodo 1, there's two versions of it, Comodo 1 Enterprise and Comodo 1 MSP. Comodo 1 MSP is what both the government, municipalities, as well as the education systems would use. And that's our IT operating platform. It's cloud-based, so you can access it from any device, anywhere, anytime. But all those technologies, the 12 plus technologies that I talked about, those are all bundled underneath this one platform. Now, on top of that sits, just like you'd have Microsoft Office, we have Comodo 360, which is a complete security solution set that sits right in Comodo 1. And we have three pillars of it, just like Microsoft Office has their three pillars, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. The only one that I've touched on so far is advanced endpoint protection. So advanced endpoint protection is going to compete against Symantec, Sophos, McAfee, Kaspersky, Trend Micro. It's your endpoint protection solution. And we are going to be you'll have to take a look at the video where I actually break down the different technologies and how we compete against them. But we are a default deny platform versus all of the others in the industry, which are a default allow platform. So let me actually talk about that for a moment. I'm going to go to a different slide here, and I'm going to give you a brief history of the evolution of malware. So what happened in 1987? Guy by the name of John McAfee started a little company called McAfee, and he had a virus cleanup software. There was only a few viruses on the scene at that point. The Morris worm in 1988, and he had a software that would go in and clean those from the system. So his whole entire platform, though, was built on a premise or philosophy of default allow. We're just going to allow everything to come on in, and if we catch something that's a virus, we're going to take it off. Or if we know about a certain virus, we're going to block it so it can't even come on. But the whole premise is every single unknown file is allowed to come right on in. The whole industry followed suit with that philosophy. McAfee, Symantec, Sophos, Kaspersky, Trend Micro, AVG, everyone else has built their platform off of this philosophy, which is we're going to allow all unknown files to come on. And what happened, that has worked for the last 20, 30 years pretty well. However, that the rise of unknown files has skyrocketed exponentially. And in 2015 alone, there was 86 million bits of malware that were discovered. That accounts for 27% of all known malware since the dawn of the internet. What's the point? The point is that the rate of unknown files and unknown bits of malware is skyrocketing so quickly with 2015, 2016, 2017 that the industry can't keep up with it. They just can't. They can't catch 86 million bits of new malware before they hit the system. They might catch it after, but enter Comodo. Comodo realized that there was this problem in the industry, so they changed the whole entire philosophy on its head and said, we're going to have a default deny platform. So we are going to allow all known good files that have already been scanned and analyzed and are known as good. We are going to deny all unknown files access to the system. Instead, they're going to sit in a container, a lightweight virtual container where the user can still access them and still interact with them. We're not going to hinder user productivity at all, but we're going to protect 100% the actual endpoint from being infected by a potential unknown file. So all unknown files are going to sit in this container where they're going to be scanned for potential stealthy or advanced malware. And once they're deemed safe, they get transferred over to the good list and have full access to the computer. If malware is discovered, which there's a lot of malware out there, so yes, malware will be discovered. It's going to be immediately blocked and put on the known bad list to where it won't be able to touch any device ever again that has Comodo. So that is the power of the default deny platform. And it separates us from the rest. It makes Comodo distinct in the industry. And it is able to keep up. If this number doubles to 160 million next year, doesn't matter. All these guys on the default allow side are going to be under increasing pressure to try to keep up with the amount of unknown files out there, because they're letting them all in, to interact with the user. And when viruses are discovered, yes, they will block it, but it just doesn't work anymore, because malware every 15 seconds, there's new bits of malware that are spawning and then creating different mutations of that specific strand, and it multiplies and multiplies and multiplies. So you need to get Comodo Advanced Endpoint Protection. We're going to be very competitively priced to all these other guys, but we're going to have a foolproof solution that solves the malware problem. This is malware problem solved. This is us with confidence saying 100%, we block 100% of malware. 98, 99%, 99.999, it's not good enough anymore. You need a solution that blocks it 100%. That's Comodo. We're unique in the industry. We have our containment technology is patent pending. Nobody else has it and does it like we do. So what are you waiting for? Go do a POC of Comodo Advanced Endpoint Protection today.